What is up, Cool Kids Club? This is Joey here with Youngster Joey Videos. We are about to see if I can beat the Elite Four Pokemon Blue with just one level 60 Rattata. Again, I made an entire video of how we got here and also this part that you're about to see, and I'll leave a link down below for that. But again, I wanted to have an edited version of just the Elite Four because I know that's the big, important, awesome part that all of you guys want to see, and I didn't want you to have to watch the rest of the video unless you wanted to. So this part is what you're here for. Let's start it now. Now we are taking on the Elite Four. The goal is to take the Elite Four out all in one go without saving it in between battles. I don't know if for sure we're going to be able to do that, but that is our goal. We're going to take on Lorelei first and just see how it goes. If we don't take her out the first time, we'll just try on again. Again, she sends out the Dugong. Thunderbolt does a decent bit of damage. Again, not quite as much as I would have hoped for. Again, our level advantage is completely gone. We are level 59. Again, I could level up some more. In fact, I realized after the run I have about 5 rare candies just sitting in my pack, but I'm not going to do that. Again, I finally got to a point where I'm not over leveled and I'm ready to take on the Elite Four. Again, got the Dugong down, got the Cloyster about half down. He starts using Spike Cannon, which is a pretty annoying move. It's going to do a decent bit of damage. And again, we're not doing any healing in battle, which is going to make the Elite Four a little tricky. But again, he finally finished that. We take the Cloyster out. We got a decent, actually very little bit of health left, but that's okay. We're ready to take on the Slowbro. Can we get through? Now, Slowbro has a lot of special, because especially since he is a Psychic type Mon. So that doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and then he raises his special once again. So again, very little damage done, and then he uses a Growl, so I can't even go switch into Hyper Fang. So I just try my best to keep on doing Thunderbolt. I do get the paralysis off. Unfortunately, he uses a Super Potion. I use a Hyper Fang even though he's done Growl. Now he has 2 Growls in because I missed a Hyper Fang, and I just go back to Thunderbolt. I'm like, forget it. Hyper Fang's not going to do anything. Thunderbolt's at least super effective. Again, I hope you don't mind hearing this red bar noise. We're going to hear it a lot the rest of this run. Again, we're struggle bussing and we lose to the Slowbro. So I try again. We're out against the Slowbro once again. I went ahead and just skipped the beginning part of the battle. We use another Thunderbolt. We get past him this time. Awesome. What comes out after the Slowbro is a Jinx. Hopefully no big issue. Jinx is a pretty weak Mon. Again, we go to Hyper Fang instead of Thunderbolt just because it should be able to do a little bit more damage. So yeah, we use Hyper Fang and we almost one-shot, but not quite. That's okay. She's just gonna do some Super Potions, which it's honestly a good thing for her to get rid of her Super Potions now because I know what her next Pokemon is. Emily gets up to level 60, and Lorelei sends out Lapras, which is not a good Mon for us. It's a very thick Mon, very good defensively. We do Thunderbolt, does almost nothing. He misses a Blizzard, which is great. We do another Thunderbolt. Can we beat this Lapras on the first go against him? Uses a Hydro Pump. Emily, can you live this? Emily, live! Live, Emily, live! 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 She is not. Then we get to Lapras again, he uses a Body Slam, and she dies again. And then a Blizzard. Can she live this one? Can we beat the Lapras once again? Or for the first time? No. Thunderbolt. Okay. Emily goes against the Lapras, has a decent bit of health left. What's Lapras gonna do? He uses another Hydro Pump, and you can probably imagine Emily dies once again. This is where a lot of our deaths start piling up against this Lapras. My thought is if we can just get past the Lapras, we'll be okay. Luckily, we finally faced the Lapras with full health. We got through the rest of the Mons, no issue. He uses a Body Slam. Emily gets almost completely taken out with that crit Body Slam, but not quite. He uses a Thunderbolt. Almost gets the Lapras into the red. Misses a Hydro Pump. Thunderbolt, can it take out the Lapras here? It does not. Oh no! Lapras uses a Super Potion, which is a bad decision. Thunderbolt takes out Lapras, and we have beaten Lorelei. It took us only about 6 or 7 tries. Right here is where I realized I might not be able to do the entire Elite Four in one go. So I went ahead and saved, and I took on Bruno for the first try. Let's hope it's the last one. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and save in between Elite Four members so I don't have to go through it over and over and over again. I am not quite that dedicated to the craft. The Onyx, no huge issue. We still have Bubble Beam. Bubble Beam still going to do a lot of damage. Onyx, Bapu Beep, dead, one shot, no problem. Hitmonchan comes out. Fighting type, super effective against us? Doesn't matter. Hyper Fang does a lot of damage. Would Hitmonchan use a fighting type move? No, because he's an idiot. He uses Ice Punch. We have no issue. X defend, not a problem. I'm going to kill you right here with a Hyper Fang. Next comes out the Hitmonlee. Can the Hitmonlee do anything more against us? Actually, no, he can't. I do a Hyper Fang. Emily almost kills it in one go. Again, and uses another X defend, which is completely useless. Another wasted turn. And Emily finishes that off. Again, the Onyx comes out. Before we had no issue, but this one's a little bit higher level. Will Bubble Beam still one-shot it? We're not quite sure. It does. No problem whatsoever. Can we get through Bruno in our first go? Ooh, All Might the Machamp comes out. This is a little scary, but ooh, that did not do a lot of damage. Emily at almost full health. He takes a submission to the face, and there's a crit, and she dies. So we're going to try again. This time we're facing up against the Hitmonlee, and high jump kick to the face, and she dies. This time we just beat the second Onyx. We're about to take on the Machamp. Can we actually win this time? As long as he doesn't have a crit submission, hopefully we can get through it. Again, Hyper Fang, he misses a fissure, thank the Lord. Hyper Fang again, he uses an X defend instead of attacking. Again, a huge waste of a turn. I know X defend could help, but it does not here, especially when he does 2 X defends in a row. And we miss, but he does too, and Hyper Fang comes in clutch at the end. And we kill the Machamp on our third go round. So again, so far we went through Lorelei about 5 or 6 times. Bruno we only had to go through 3 times, so he's much easier, even though he's a fighting type. Because again, only 3 of his were fighting types, and again, the 2 Onyxes were no issues at all. The only real issue was the Machamp. Next we go on to Agatha to see her. Again, she's called the Ghost type gym leader, but she's really a poison type trainer. Again, all of her are poison type. I finally learned my lesson. I'm going to use Dig against everything. See what happens. Again, we killed the Gengar the first go. No issue whatsoever. Golbat, again, I can't use Dig against him because he's flying type, but I'm going to use Thunderbolt. See if we can one-shot the Golbat with no issue. Not quite, but still did a decent bit of damage. After that, do another Thunderbolt, and Golbat should be taken almost out, all the way to the red. Unfortunately, does get a Confuse Ray off. Obviously, that can be a little annoying, but we're going to try to do Thunderbolt just the same. We get hit with Confusion, which hurts us a little bit, but it's okay. She goes ahead and sends out Haunter. We use Dig, trying to take out Haunter in one go. Unfortunately, not able to, again, because of the Confusion. Luckily, we do snap out of Confusion. Do a Dig against the Haunter. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. And Haunter is Bapu Beep finished. And next comes back out that Golbat. Almost dead. We do a Bubble Beam just to save some of our PP. We're starting to run low on some stuff. And we shouldn't really need Bubble Beam much more for the run. Arbok comes out, and we do Dig once more. Again, super effective against the poison typing. It took me a while to learn it, but I finally did. It's super effective. And last comes out Gengar. Again, we had no issues with the first Gengar. Can we one-shot this one and beat Agatha on the first try? He uses Nightshade, no problem at all. As long as we can hit a Dig, we should still be okay. Again, we still got 35 health. Hit the Dig, no problem. Can it go out? No, it doesn't quite. And he outspeeds and uses Nightshade and unfortunately kills Emily. Okay, last try again. We're taking on the Gengar. We use Dig once more. Again, does almost all the health, but not quite. He uses Dream Eater instead of Nightshade, then Toxic while we're underground, and we take out Gengar. Again, second try, Agatha, no huge issue so far. Again, Lorelei was the biggest issue with her Lapras, and then Machamp gave us some problems with nothing too major, and we are finished. Okay, now we are going to teach Blizzard to Emily over Bubble Beam. Again, we're about to take on Lance, and it should help out. Again, he's obviously the Dragon Master. He's got 3 Dragon-type Pokemon and a couple Flyers as well. So we'll just kind of see if that'll help us out. We should, again, Bubble Beam doesn't really matter much after we take on those Onyxes of Bruno. So we're taking on Lance for the first try. Again, we haven't been able to beat anybody in the Elite Four yet on their first try. So can we beat Lance on the first try? Maybe. Let's just see. We use a Thunderbolt on Gyarados. It's 4 times super effective. It should be able to one-shot. No issue. It does not. No problem, though. We're going to be okay. He uses a Leer, which could be a little scary near the end of the battle, but for right now, it's not a problem. We do Thunderbolt, and Gyarados is dead. Okay, next Mon he sends out is a Dragonair. Again, we're going to use Blizzard, just try to kill this thing as quickly as possible. Obviously, Blizzard could miss, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Again, I don't know exactly what the accuracy is. I actually didn't have too many problems on this run using Blizzard. We one-shot the Dragonair. Not a problem at all. Second Dragonair comes out. We hoping to one-shot again. We're going to do Blizzard just the same. This time, unfortunately, does not quite one-shot. He does hit a Slam for a lot of damage on Emily, but she's okay. Hyper Fang to kill off the Dragonair. Then, the next Pokemon comes out, an Aerodactyl. Can we kill it in one go with the Thunderbolt? We will never know. The takedown takes him out before we get a chance to. Then we take out a Dragonair, and the second go-round, can we take it on? Nope. Hyper Beam kills Emily. We're just going to have a bit of a death montage here for a minute. Dragon Rage comes on against Emily with the second Dragonair once again. Emily's okay, but not quite going to be able to survive the whole battle on 27 health, probably. We're just going to try to see our best. Aerodactyl comes out again, and an Aerodactyl Hyper Beam kills our Emily. Next battle, we try again. We go against the Dragonair. We use a Hyper Fang. We miss. He uses another Hyper Fang. Miss again. He uses Dragon Rage. We're down on 3 health. Can we get through the battle on 3 health? We finally hit a Hyper Fang. Kill the Dragonair. He sends out the Aerodactyl once more. We use Thunderbolt once more. And let's see if we can finally get a one-shot off. This is the first time we really be able to get it off. No, unfortunately we can't. And he uses Hyper Beam, and Emily is dead once more. Here we go. We are facing the Gyarados this time. We're going to use Thunderbolt once more. Again, it should be able to do a lot of damage with it being 4 times super effective. It does. He unfortunately uses Hydro Pump. And again, he gets a crit. And we do not even get past the Gyarados this go around. That's okay. Eventually we'll be able to beat Lance. Okay, we're against the Dragonair this time. We have Slam. We take it like a man. Emily's super strong and kills the Dragonair with the crit Hyper Fang. Then the second Dragonair comes out. We're going to use Hyper Fang instead of Blizzard just to try to save some PP. Also just because it has a little bit better accuracy. And we hit it. And Dragonair is dead. Okay, next Mon is the Aerodactyl, again giving us a lot of issues. He uses Bite, unfortunately, does a lot of damage, but much less than Hyper Beam would have. And we then had a Thunderbolt, and we almost kill with the crit, but not quite. We're going to go ahead and use Thunderbolt again, really just because it has more accuracy, but he uses a Hyper Potion, so it ended up being a good decision. Okay, another crit and another Thunderbolt. He misses the Supersonic, and we killed the Aerodactyl. Now, this is our first time seeing the Dragonite at the end. Again, Blizzard should be able to do a lot of damage. It's 4 times super effective. Will it be enough? Again, Blizzard does, again, quite a lot of damage, but it's not quite enough to one-shot. He uses Barrier, which is a little scary. We go ahead and do another Blizzard, and we finish off the Dragonite, and that's Bapu Beep finished. We have beaten Lance. We are the champion. Well, at least we would be if it weren't for our stupid-ass rival. We're taking on Lion T one last time. Well, I say one last time, but you might be getting used to our little death montages. We'll see if it's actually one last time or not. So, Lion T comes out. Same thing as before, he sends out the Pidgeot. We're going to do the same thing as well. We're just going to go ahead and do a Thunderbolt, see what happens. Again, Thunderbolt does a decent bit of damage, but not quite as much as we had gotten accustomed to. Again, his Pidgeot's level 61 and we're only level 62. We are not over leveled at all, which is not helping us out very much. Then we use Thunderbolt for the third time and finally take out the Pidgeot. Okay, can we take out his next mon? Again, we're 1 down, only 5 more to go. He sends out the Alakazam, and Alakazam outspeeds us. Oh no! He uses Psychic, and Emily is down. Okay, first go round finished. Okay, we're taking on once again. He's gonna use. We're gonna use Blizzard this time instead of Thunderbolt to try to get Pidgeot down in only 2 hits instead of 3. Especially he's about to do Sky Attack, so we need to take him out ASAP. We go ahead and still do a Thunderbolt. It should be enough to finish it all off, and it luckily is. So Pidgeot is down. We are up to level 63 once more, and again taking on the Alakazam. And again he uses Psychic, and we are not happy about it. Can we survive this hit? We do with just a little bit of health. We'll Hyper Fang one-shot. We've one-shot quite a few Alakazams. We got a crit, and we are able to. He then sends out the Rhydon. We no longer have Bubble Beam, so we are forced to either use Blizzard or Dig. We miss the Blizzard. We decide to just go ahead and use Dig then, and we are able to do a good bit of damage, but probably not quite as much as Bubble Beam would have. This is the one mon that we're kind of regretting not having Bubble Beam, but it's okay. We get him finally finished with a few digs. Okay, next mon comes out, Arcanine. Again, we haven't had any issues with his Growlithe the entire time. Well, we have issues with the Arcanine. Again, not able to quite one-shot, and unfortunately the takedown does kill Emily. Let's try again. Okay, we're taking on the Executor. We finally beat the Arcanine the next try. We're going to take on the Executor. Again, the main issue for this battle is the Executor, actually. So we use Hyper Fang a few times, trying to take him out so that we can get him out of the way to take on the Blastoise. His Stomp do a lot of damage. We miss the Hyper Fang, and Stomp kills Emily. Let's try again. So we get past the Executor, we take on the Blastoise, we use Thunderbolt, and not that much damage, and he's gonna use a Hydro Pump. Oh no, please don't kill Emily, don't kill. He kills. So we're basically at the point where if we take any hits, we die. Alakazam, again, uses Psybeam on us, and again, Emily dies. Next battle. We are facing the Executor again this time, and this time we're going to go ahead and just use Hyper Fangs once more, see if we can get through it. Maybe we can actually get through it without taking too much damage and be able to take on the Blastoise because of it. Again, we get a crit Hyper Fang, but then we get put to sleep. Our luck is not good. We do wake up next turn, but not before we get hit by a barrage of seeds. And again, we're hit 3 times, but we do finally beat the Executor, and we are taking on the Blastoise. Unfortunately, not with a whole lot of health. We take on a Thunderbolt. Again, our best bet is to get a crit Thunderbolt, and then a miss of a Hydro Pump, and unfortunately, he does not miss, and Emily is dead once more. Let's try once again. We've used Blizzard, and now we're going to use Hyper Fang. We get a crit Hyper Fang, and Stomp kills us. And then we get to Blastoise, and Blizzard does kill us. Okay, we now facing against Executor again, and Stomp kills us. Okay, this is getting to be a little tiresome. But we are against the Blastoise with 1 health, and we do get that crit Thunderbolt, and he uses a withdrawal. What an idiot! Thunderbolt goes out, we kill the Blastoise! It took us about 10 or 15, I think probably close to 20 tries actually. I just didn't show them all to you. but we finally kill the Blastoise. It is game. We have gotten all the way through Pokemon Blue with only a Rattata. We got through the entirety of the Elite Four, starting off with like a level 59 Rattata. Again, we did it. We can do it. Emily is trying to evolve. We're still not going to let her. She's a Rattata through and through. She can't help it. You know what I just learned? Rattatas are really strong. In fact, we need to add one more to our team. Let's go grab another Rattata. This one won't be quite as good as Emily, but she'll still be wonderful. I forgot we're still only at 4 health. It's fine. We need to throw out our Master Ball so that we don't get killed by this wild Rattata. That would be super embarrassing. We're going to throw out our Master Ball, and we caught this last Rattata. Should we name it? What should we name it? Guys, we did it. We beat the game with just a Rattata. Thank you guys for watching.